Alright, and we're back. Working on a Big Block Chevy. One of my favorite projects. I love big blocks. So here's where we're at currently. I think I showed you last night, but we'll show you again. Clean the part number off for the piston. They're corroded up and yuck, but I don't see anything major. This little roll might have a small amount of ring ridge. I don't know. Maybe not. Might just be carbon. Have to get in there real tight and see. But, I mean, it don't look that bad, minus the fact those lifters that were bad. We'll get the power steering pump off. We'll get the pulleys off, water pump. Come to the other side here. Once again, we cleaned up the number on the piston right there. And the rest of them are just kind of covered up in gook. But it'll be alright. This one's kind of washed, like it's had some oil bleeding past it. Which is weird. And this one's washed on the bottom too, so maybe it's had a little bit of oil in it. But we are going to finish tearing this thing down today, so we'll get everything boxed up and get it ready to go to the machine shop. Have it there in the next day or so. It is right before New Year's right now. I think it's the 28th, 29th, something like that. So getting it to the machine shop might not happen till the first, second, or third, simply because I don't know if he's open right now. So either way, we'll tear it down, bring you back as we're going. Alright, sorry about that. I had to scatter yesterday. Went and helped old Mr. Holloway, and Chris came out and helped Mr. Holloway pull the trans out of his Dodge truck. You'll see that video coming up soon, probably before this video comes out. But that was a disaster, so we're back on the big block. We're going to get it tore down the rest of the way, hopefully today, and be done. Ready to take it to the machine shop. Bring you back in a second. Alright, well that took a lot longer than it should have, but here we are. We got the front dress completely broke down now. Finally got the balancer off. It was about seized on. Let's see, there's the balancer. Let's go to the other side. And so the balancer was about seized on. And the balancer's no good anyway. If you look here, you can see the balancer is separating here. You can actually see it from the back side. So I mean, it's rough looking. So yeah, there it is. Balancer separating. You can see that is no good. So we'll get a new balancer, I guess, when we put it all back together. And one more thing we got to buy, unfortunately. Trying to save as much money as possible, but this one's not being friendly. We keep having to replace parts. So I'm gonna go eat some dinner, and then yeah, later. All right, I'm back. It's the next day. I have a very high lax of motivation for the day. Yesterday I was irritated about the stupid balancer and stuff, so I just walked away. Today we're trying to finish getting this thing tore down the rest of the way. As you can tell, it is freaking raining outside. Nice and lovely, nasty outside. Yep. It is what it is. So we have things to do, so let's get them done. So I guess we'll finish breaking down the big block and get it ready for the machine shop. So set you up, keep it going. pistons knocked out of it. As you can tell, I took a short break because now all of a sudden the door's open and all. But we got the pistons knocked out of it. Solder walls don't look that bad. I mean, they're not perfect, but they're not bad. No, I don't see any ring ridge in it, which is good. We'll hope that they clean up. We still gotta get the timing chain off. And we'll get the crank out, but I can't pull the crank currently, so we'll probably wait, and what I'm gonna do is set it upside down on a dolly. And from there, we will pull the crank out of it. It won't take but just a minute. It's only like 10 bolts, if that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep, 10 bolts. So we'll get that pulled apart, get it off the stand and on, and go from there.